Martin Peterson, Fast Speed Inductions. Martin Peterson.
Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Hi. Hi, everyone. That's hi, Martin. Hi, thank you. I got Jamie. Is everybody excited about being here? Yeah. Me too. And I guess the Del Army Center were pretty excited by me visiting yesterday because I needed to buy all the new clothes I got. So, thank you, Air France. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about fast speed inductions. Where I come from, this is a very big topic because usually it's only related to, stage hypnosis, stuff like that. Some people do it wild, very physically. Some people do it very subtle and easy. And I was thinking about how to explain what the formula is doing a fast speed induction. And I actually came up with one. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, because there is a formula. How many of you guys been practicing fast speed inductions? Yeah. And the rest? Just go with the nice and quiet ones? Yeah, I like those too. How many people use fast speed inductions in the practice? Anybody do that? Nice handful, yeah? Anybody do stage hypnosis using fast speed inductions? Of course. A lot of, not that many people? Put your hands up again on stage. For stage, yeah. Stage hypnosis.
Can I come?
No. It's not what I'm talking about. So if anybody gonna do a stage hypnosis show, we know we have one right there. But that's not it right now. Yeah, you love it. No, actually it's about the formula, because there's different ways of doing it. And it takes a couple of interesting themes and things if we want to succeed doing a fast speed induction. And during the past 6 months, I've been performing for over 35,000 people in Denmark. I might as well have had 3,000 people on stage during the complete show, with at least 1,500 of them. So I know a little bit about speed inductions. Yeah. And to be honest, if people ask me, but if you do you do that in your practice? Actually I do, but not in the same way as we do on stage, because there's different kinds of speed inductions, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Because also, during the 12 years I've been working with hypnosis, whenever I met some of my favorite teachers or icons or whatever, usually I was told never to mix up stage hypnosis and therapeutical hypnosis. I was like, that's kind of weird, because every time we had a lunch or maybe a dinner at night, that exact same person said, well, should we have some fun? Should we do some stage hypnosis? And I was like, yeah, why not? Because if we do it correctly, why shouldn't we be able to spread out the word about hypnosis? If people can laugh, have fun, and we do not cross any ethical limits or whatever, why not use it as a way of showing people that this is pretty easy?
I have a question.
You have a question already?
How do you know what is ethical limit?
Well, you will know that if you do it.
How?
Well, it's a matter of how, the audience, there would definitely be a big difference between...
How? I don't know how. Your internal mechanism.
Well, you should know that. You should definitely know that. That's about humanity, definitely humanity. You would need to know where your ethics are. And if you kind of trust your own ethics, it shouldn't be a problem showing other people to do the same thing, right? Yeah. So, but still, I'm using this actually. I get more clients from doing a stage hypnosis show, not because I'm bad, but instead of if I'm just talking about hypnosis, mentally healthy, no matter what kind of speak I do, I actually get a lot more clients from doing a stage hypnosis show. And that's because it's about how to present it. It's about how to show how it works and how easy and how fun it is. So the old battle between do not do stage hypnosis and only do the therapeutical stuff, I don't really care, because if we're doing the best we do, if we kind of present it in a good, ethical way, why not do it all? It can mix. And I might get some enemies by saying that, but it can mix. I've shown that. So my good friend here, Thorens, everybody say hi, Thorens. Hello. Might recognize him from last year. Could you push it once again? something should show once again. Yeah, once again. The formula. Click it once again. Now, to all the scientists and doctors out there, this is the formula. Does anyone know how to decipher that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's easy.
It's easy?
Of course, just relax and it comes to you.
Yeah, that could be kind of it, yeah? Yeah. Actually, the MOW, it's a critical thing that I'm aiming for whenever I do an induction. And it's actually the base of any induction. The MOW stands for the moment of what? Okay? That's what happens inside of the brain of the person you're working with. In that instant, the speed induction works. The mind goes, what the hell just happened? Okay? That's the MOW. And if it's a success, the MOW moves over to become the moment of wow. Everybody knows that moment, right? That's the moment of wow. And to get there, it actually takes a couple of things. So we have T times T, that's time and trust. Time and trust means a lot, doesn't it? And we have the E, that's for events, things happening in that moment. And the C, that's the two consciousness we're talking about. The unconscious mind, the conscious mind when we're talking about hypnosis in a basic level. That's how we create the MOW. You know, Einstein, he said once that all intelligent people can easily create something that becomes violent, massive, complicated, but it takes a touch of genius to go the opposite direction. All right, so all of you guys working with hypnosis, all of you has a touch of genius in you because you're changing the lives of your clients, all right? So remember that, Einstein said that. And can we move along, move forward?
What is the E?
Events. Events happening in the moment, once again. So for you guys, what is a fast speed induction? Let's do a kind of interactive style here. Anyone? Scott?
You just name types of inductions?
No, not types, but what is a speed induction?
You go sleep when you're just dead.
Yeah? How fast is a speed induction? Depends. Yeah? If you ask some people, if you go to some countries, it's like, well, if I do it in 10 minutes, it's pretty fast. Usually I go like 30 minutes to do a proper induction, progressive relaxation. And with having in mind that I usually do like maximum of 60-minute sessions, and I do a lot of changing work in that 60 minutes, using like 30 minutes for an induction, that's a waste of time, isn't it? Yeah, really much. So a fast speed induction varies, you know, the time, how fast it is, depends on who's doing it, all right? If you're trained with doing the long, nice, comfortable inductions, 5 minutes could be pretty fast. And if you're used to doing 10 minutes ones, maybe 30 seconds is a fast one. So it depends on the guy who's doing it. Press once again. Once more. All right. You know, we have like 4 stages when we're learning stuff. Even when we just do stuff. We have the first thing. The first time you ever see a car, you would be unconscious, incompetent watching that car. You don't know what it is. You don't know why it's there, how to use it, how to operate it. You would know, you couldn't care. That's the first stage. The second one is the conscious incompetent. Now I know that's a car. And I know I have to operate it in a very specific way. I'm not really sure how, so therefore I know it's going to be a problem driving that car because it takes some effort, it takes some skills. The next step is the conscious competent. Now I've learned it, and I know when I put down the clutch, I have to move the stick if you drive a stick. You need to use the brakes whenever you need to stop the car, so you're very competent of driving that car, but you need to know what you're doing. How many of you guys driving a car is actually driving conscious competent? Most of you shouldn't be in that kind of stage. Most of you just do it, right? Yeah, and that's the next thing. That's unconscious competent. Things that you just do. So if I was to stand right outside your car, whenever you stop saying, who did you pass the last time? How long did you stop in that, back there on that road? You wouldn't know it. Because your unconscious mind were driving that car. Your conscious mind were texting, maybe. Hopefully not. drinking coffee, whatever. John?
Isn't that what's called auto-hypnosis?
Exactly, yeah. Or mobile. Or mobile hypnosis. That's true. So when we actually do perform a fast speed induction, everybody should know that your clients know exactly how to do it already, but the conscious mind doesn't. Okay? That's very crucial to know. Because everybody's going into that nice relaxed state of mind, being in trance, whatever you call it, many times a day. You all know that, right? But when we suddenly get the challenge by somebody calling themselves a hypnotherapist, saying, now let's see if you're able to go into trance. What kind of thing does that create, right? Yeah? Stage fright? Maybe a little bit. Maybe not knowing what to do. But if we just go with the flow, you will definitely just support your client being unconscious, competent about doing it. If we kind of move the focus away of the actual process. That's how to do a proper fast speed induction. Take the next one. And I kind of, using all the time, waiting for my suitcase, sitting in the airport, kind of doing some graphics about it. Click one more. One more. Now, just one more time. The events I was talking about, the events that was part of that formula, it's all of these things. Blinking, tension, the tone of voice, everything that can have another person kind of being interrupted or maybe just giving some kind of rapport to you as a hypnotherapist. Okay? There's a lot of events. I might have forgot some, but this was what I came up with sitting in Paris. And kind of the things I'm looking for at a client while I'm doing a fast speed induction. And my thinking, is everybody up for a little bit, fun today? Yeah? So I'm thinking I would do a very fast one, physical one on one of you, and then have every... I'm scared of you. Just a little bit. It's true. But I will also show everyone how to do a nice and settled one. Okay? So, to create this moment of wow, it takes some events to happen. And those are the events. So if you click it once more, Thorns. Yeah. We have like the conscious field, it's everything that's around us. And if we're provoked enough, it goes directly into the unconscious field. Click once more. And if we have just a couple of events crossing each other, it could be breath, exhaling. It could be the blink of an eye. It could be a direct instruction. It could be the loss of equilibrium. It could be a physical shock. It could be a lot of things. But then we have suddenly these lines in the middle. Click once more. And that green area right there in the middle, in the unconscious field, is the moment of what? Okay? The more things that are going to cross each other, the bigger moment of what you got. Okay? And the less you have to work with it, because just a simple instruction would take your client directly to the place you need them to be. Okay? The less of a gap you got, the smaller a green spot you got, the faster you need to follow up on your client, the faster you need to give some direct instructions, maybe deepen them a little bit. So you would know how big your moment of what actually is when you do it. Do I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing a fast speed induction? Hell no. Not at all. If I was to control every thought, every rapport, well, I would be, conscious and competent. I would. But I just go with the flow, as most people do anyway. And we do actually recognize a lot of stuff by body language, by the rapport we get on different levels, and I trust my gut, that's why I'm doing it. So that's why I'm doing it, okay? So that moment of wow is what we're looking for, and the moment of wow is definitely the effect of the moment of what, okay? Is that an all right way to explain it? Yeah? It's not something that sounded good in my, curly brain, no? It could be, I never know that. So just to show this, I actually feel comfortable doing this on Scott because he's a pro. He's a pro trans suspect. Huh? Yeah. And could I Duncan, I'm just gonna borrow this chair. Okay. Would you feel all right by, have a small journey into trance and back again?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just gonna sit down. And what I'm gonna show you now is actually doing a couple of events as on the board right there. And he's a pro, everybody knows that. And he knows exactly what's gonna happen. He knows how to get there. So right now, to do a fast speed induction, maybe I could just clap my hands saying sleep, but this should be a little bit more funny than that, right? So it could be way more funny if he did not know when to expect it. Is that correct? Yeah. All right. So that's how we're going to do it. Any suggestions? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to happen suddenly. Now he does not know what's going to happen. Well, any suggestions of what kind of fast speed induction you would like me to do?
Count to 10.
Count to 10? Yeah?
Handshake.
Did you say sleep?
Handshake.
Handshake? That would be a good one. Yeah? Confusion. That's a part of the event. That's going to happen anyway, yeah? Well, I heard you actually said hand drop.
I did.
Yeah. So let's go for the hand drop. Okay. So anybody, or does everybody know how to do the hand drop? It's pretty easy, isn't it? Place your hand in mine and suddenly move it, and maybe in the word sleep could be something like that. So if you kind of place your hand in mine, but not until I say so, because that's very crucial that we have a client knowing exactly what to do. So just do it right now. Exactly. Sleep. Deeper down. Just like that. Deeper down. Just relax. Deeper down. Just go even deeper down, relaxing, keeping your balance on the chair, feeling absolutely great and amazing. And we're going to count you up from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you open your eyes, feeling amazing. On 1, 2, 3, just like that. Feeling amazing. That's a fast speed induction, isn't it? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Was that okay?
That's great.
Okay. Yeah. And we know when we got like another person in that kind of state, it wouldn't take that much of effort to get them back into that state of mind. And therefore we could use the handshake, we could use just the snap of the fingers, the word of sleep or whatever. But already now I've established the power of a fast speed induction. Did you recognize the moving from the moment of what until you got to the moment of wow? Yeah, that was pretty fast. Exactly. How many things did you recognize that I was looking for of events during this very simple induction? Let me hear. Confusion, yeah, that's one. Loss of equilibrium, yeah.
Startle response.
Sorry? Compliance, definitely.
Startle response.
Yeah. Trust. Expectation, that's an event, yeah. What about the blink of the eye? Yeah. I recognize that. What about the exhale? Yeah? What about the direct command? Just think about it. That's 9 things already. 9 events in that brief split of a second. Right? That's why it works so powerful. It's pretty easy. Yeah?
Can you
Fly? No. Sorry.
do you really have to know those, or you can just do it?
Well, practice. And then some practice.
Then you dissect something.
Exactly. Because at the same moment I'm saying hi to Scott, I already got his breath, I already got his kind of synchronicity going, I understand how he works, I'm looking for the blink. It seems like I'm kind of concentrating on you guys, but I know exactly what he's doing. I know how he felt like sitting a little bit indecisive on the chair, placed him over there, got him to trust me and all of that. And I got that established from the first moment. That's practice. And then practice. Exactly. So, and does everyone want to try to be inducted?
Yes.
Very nice and fast? All right? Yeah. Perfect. Thanks for helping me out.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
One of the things he did that was really cool was when I said I would put my hand in your hand,
Yeah.
and then he said no, not yet. It forced me to be in a situation where I was going to do what he said.
Exactly.
And that,
Actually, a pattern interrupt.
yeah, there's a pattern interrupt, and then an establishing of he's the authority, and he's going to lead, I'm going to follow, and it set that up piece too, and that was the only thing that I didn't hear. But thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. If you're going to show off, you might as well just pick one of the best pros in the room, right? So let's have this little journey for everyone. So everybody sit all right on the chair? Feet placed on the ground? Yeah. Now let's just have some fun here, right? Before everybody closes their eyes, just think about a happy moment from somewhere in your life. Just a happy moment. Whatever pops up in your mind. Okay? Kind of place that in your right hand or left hand. Doesn't matter. Place it on your thigh. Everybody got a moment? A happy moment? And just close your eyes right now. And take a deep breath. And keep that emotion, that feeling, that sensation from that happy moment. And just realize right now you've just been inducted. So plain and so easy. So when you open your eyes in just a couple of seconds, on the count of 3, you will feel that happy emotion evolve in this moment. Be part of you in this moment. Showing everybody else that you feel nice, happy, comfortable about being here. Having the greatest weekend ever. On 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. That's how easy it is. Happy moment, go down there, just closing your eyes. Because this is the secret. I never, to this day, unless I really got a client who wants a progressive relaxation, something like that, I just say from the beginning, let's do something fun. Just close your eyes. Think a happy thought. Pick it from a happy memory. And within a couple of minutes, I'm doing deep therapeutical stuff because they trust this is just fun. And they do the best work ever. Instead of putting them through like an exam, seeing if they're able to do what I want them to do, if they can be in that kind of trance state of mind during hypnosis, let's just do some fun. Keep it fun, keep it simple. That's the big secret about this. All right? That's what I'm going to tell you today. Hope you liked it. Have a great weekend. And I hope my suitcase gets here. Thanks. Any questions, by the way? Questions? Do you have time for questions?
Yes.
Yeah? Any questions?
Yes, think of a happy moment you had to buy new clothing.
Sorry?
Think of a happy moment you had to buy new clothing.
Yeah. You know, if that was the worst thing that could happen this weekend, the rest of it is amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Can you do a couple more speed inductions? It takes 2 seconds.
He wants to see another speed induction, and I feel like I'm getting set up.
Yeah, we could do that. You feel like it? Want to sit down? On the high chair? Sure, I would rather have it on this one because of the balance. All right. A couple of fast speed inductions. Okay. Nice and easy ones. Yeah? You feel like it? I know you. And this could be a battle. Could you see the look on her eyes? It's like, this is the hypnotist joke of pull my finger. And you know what's funny about this? We can laugh all the way down. Just go even down. Just relax and go even deeper down, even deeper down. In a moment, we're going to count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you open your eyes. When you open your eyes and you look at my face directly in my eyes, you will laugh all the way down once again by yourself, and it feels amazing. On 1, 2, 3, just like that. Wasn't that amazing? What? Yeah. Just relax. That's it. And on the count of 3, you will open your eyes once again. Feel amazing on 1 and 2 and 3, just like that. And the next time you hear the count of 3, you will be back. Amazing. Being back in this room, giving all the people whatever they needed because you are that amazing Shelley that everybody's talking about on 1 and 2, 3. Feeling amazing. Giving a big applause, everyone. Yeah? Is that all right? Anyone else? There was a couple of questions over here. Yeah?
So if you're doing that short induction just with the imagery, that quick,
Yeah?
so then you can take a person into whatever you're working on.
everybody's got a happy memory, right? And at the exact moment that you access that happy memory, you got all the sensations going. You got the senses, maybe people can see it, maybe they feel it, and therefore you're already there. So you're in
Working there.
exactly, yeah, because that's what everybody else is trying to access during a long induction. You got it already there, just by a happy memory. Pretty easy, yeah.
All right, I'm going to call it time.
Okay.
Wasn't he fabulous?
Thank you.
Martin, come back,
Oh.
please. On behalf of the International Hypnosis Federation and all of our members and our Board of Advisors, we thank you so much for coming all
Thank you.
this way. And nice jacket. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, reminders, couple of reminders.